Have you ever wondered why the sun always looks bigger and more dramatic at sunrise and sunset? Don't worry, it's not because it changes shape. There's a trick of nature and our brains that makes everything feel majestic. Let's uncover together the unique facts behind this cool illusion. Ever seen the sun at sunrise or sunset and thought, why is it so big? Don't worry, it's not because the sun was swollen overnight. There's a psychological trick and a little help from the atmosphere that fools us. When the sun is near the horizon, your brain automatically compares its size to surrounding objects, mountains, buildings, trees. This comparison makes the sun feel bigger, even though its size stays the same as at midday. This phenomenon is called the moon illusion, but it applies to the sun too. Our brains love drama, so they create an optical illusion to make objects near the horizon look bigger and more epic. The atmosphere also plays a role. Sunlight has to pass through a thicker layer of air at the horizon, turning it orange-red and giving the impression of being more full and closer to the Earth's surface. Imagine the light passing through a thick Instagram filter. The result? The sun looks warmer, bigger, and more aesthetic. In reality, it's just playing visual tricks. Interestingly, if you photograph the sun with a camera without zoom, its size will be the same on the horizon and overhead. This proves it's not the sun lying, but how your brain processes the image. Scientists have long debated why the brain does this. One theory is the brain perceives the sky as a dome, not flat, so objects near the horizon are considered farther away, and distant things usually appear larger. There's also a theory that our eyes judge distance based on context. At the horizon, there's lots of visual context. Overhead, empty space, so the brain enlarges anything that needs visual explanation. But even though this is an illusion, it still feels magical. That's why sunset moments are often everyone's favorite. The combination of light, color, and a bit of optical trickery makes everything more dramatic. If you've ever felt a sunset calming your heart, it's not just because of the orange color. The soft light and size illusion make your brain respond with warmth and comfort. This phenomenon even causes many misunderstandings. Some think the sun is actually bigger at the horizon. If its size really changed that much, the Earth would have been in an uproar long ago. By the way, if you observe carefully, the sun is actually slightly smaller at the horizon because light spreads due to refraction. But the optical illusion overcomes physics in mere seconds. Atmospheric refraction, the bending of light, sometimes makes the sun look slightly oval when about to set. But our eyes focus on its beautiful colors, not its odd shape. As the sun nears the horizon, its color changes like a painting. Those red and orange hues appear because air particles scatter blue light farther away. That's why the warm colors remain. These warm colors make the sun look bigger. Bright and soft colors create a strong impression on vision, so the brain assumes the object has a larger scale than usual. This phenomenon is like seeing city lights in the distance at night. The light is small, but the glow around it makes it seem bigger. The effect is similar, only this is the natural version, and far more beautiful. And when this moment happens, many people pause. Some take photos, some daydream, some share stories. Sunset is a kind of reminder that the Earth keeps spinning without drama. But behind its beauty, your brain is working hard. It combines light, shadows, visual context, colors, and distance to create the big sun illusion drama, which turns out to be just a small trick. And this only covers the visual illusion. But trust me, in the next story, we'll delve deeper into the story of light, the horizon, and why this phenomenon happens every day. So, ready to continue to the next story? We'll uncover a more mischievous scientific side of the sun and atmosphere. But for now, just enjoy the little secret of the sunset you see every evening. Okay, let's continue. In the previous story, you learned that the sun growing bigger is just an illusion. But now, let's discuss why this phenomenon happens every single day without fail, as if nature is intentionally putting on a daily show. Every morning and evening, sunlight has to pass through a thicker layer of the atmosphere. It's like shining a flashlight through frosted glass. The light changes color, shape, and intensity by the time it reaches your eyes. Earth's atmosphere is made of fine dust, water vapor, pollution particles, and gases. All of these make blue light scatter more easily, while red light passes through more smoothly. The result? Sunset colors become red-orange. Now, because this red color is stronger at the horizon, your brain automatically gives a sense of size to a red-dominant, glowing object. So it's not just the shape, but the color also deceives how you perceive its size. Interestingly, this phenomenon is always consistent. Whether you're at the beach, a mountain, or a tall building, as long as the sun is near the horizon, you'll see the same illusion. Nature is truly skilled at creating visual effects. Even airplane pilots often see a similar phenomenon when approaching the horizon. The difference is, they see it from a wider angle, and yet their brains are tricked in the same way as ours. Now, imagine Earth without an atmosphere. No gases, no dust, nothing. The sun would appear bright white, and its size would be exactly the same no matter its position. Sunsets wouldn't be as aesthetic as they are now. Without an atmosphere, there wouldn't be soft color gradients either. Sunsets would just be a white ball sinking. So you could say, the dramatic effect we enjoy is a visual gift from Earth's atmosphere. Sometimes you might see the sun looking a bit flattened when it's about to set. That's not a hallucination, but extreme refraction. The light from the bottom part of the sun is bent more strongly, so its shape looks like a squashed egg. This refraction slightly extends the sunset time. The sun appears to be there longer than it should be. So if you feel like the sunset lasts forever, it's not a feeling. It's physics giving you bonus time. This phenomenon also makes the sun appear slightly tilted depending on your viewing angle. But we rarely notice because our eyes focus on its color, not its detailed shape that changes every second. If you've ever watched a sunset from a high place, you might notice the sun sets faster. That's because your viewing angle changes, but its larger size remains the same. The illusion works no matter where you stand. Uniquely, some ancient cultures believed the sun grew larger because deities were ascending or descending. They saw the size change as a sign from nature. In reality, it's just the hard work of the atmosphere and the human brain. On the other hand, this phenomenon has also inspired much art. Artists like to depict a large sun on the horizon because that's how our eyes perceive it. Art often follows illusion, not raw fact. And if you notice, photos of sunsets with a camera still can't capture that largeness. Cameras record things as they are, not as edited by your brain. So the human eye version of a sunset is always more dramatic. This phenomenon puzzled scientists for hundreds of years before finally being explained through visual psychology. Our brains prefer stories over rigid facts. That's why illusion still wins. There's a funny experiment. If you watch a sunset while bending over and looking through your legs, yes, literally upside down, the big sun illusion completely disappears. This proves that the brain needs the horizon's context to be fooled. So, the sun doesn't actually change size, but a combination of the atmosphere, color, viewing angle, and psychological tricks makes the sun look bigger every morning and evening. A complete package of free visual effects. This phenomenon is also why many people love sunrise and sunset moments. There's a sensation of warmth, peace, and grandeur that feels natural, even though most of it is the brain's magic working silently. And that's the mystery of the sun appearing bigger at sunrise and sunset. It's not because the sun changes, but because of the way our eyes and brain view the world. A small illusion, a big effect. Hope you enjoyed the story. And if you like stories like this or are interested in similar topics, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you won't miss out on other exciting content. In the next video, there will be an even more interesting topic. It could be more mysterious, more entertaining, or even more surprising than you imagined. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Likes and comments also help this channel grow. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.